Hey guys, Chris Larson, Oswego Real Estate Group. I'm on another lovely walk on a fantastic, beautiful Monday afternoon here in Lake Oswego, Oregon. Man, I know what they say, it rains a lot in Oregon, but our fall is really being very well behaved and kind of spectacular. Hey, rates, inventory, purchasing now, why rates are 7.5, almost 8%. A lot of people on the sidelines, And I got to tell you, you want to buy a house, you need to buy a house, buy the damn house. I mean, you sit around and you wait for rates to come down. Guess what everybody else is doing? They're sitting around, they're waiting for rates to come down too. And the question is, do you want to go back to pandemic level competition where you've got 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, X amount of offers coming in on every single piece of property? Because if rates get down below 5, again, that will happen. There's just not enough inventory out there. We're short 6 million plus homes across the country. We do not have enough housing for people to live in. And this is pure supply and demand. When the demand outstrips the supply, guess what? Prices go up. It gets competitive. So if you're a buyer and you're out there right now and you're thinking, hey man, I understand 7.5% sucks because, 2 years ago I could have got something where I could have refied or could have purchased something around 2.5 or 3%. Well, that time is gone. That's come and gone and you missed it. But guess what else is out there? Competition. So now the competition is not as stiff. Things are a little slower. The reason you haven't seen this drastic price reduction or this fall in pricing across the country, now there's some markets that are taking, a little bit bigger price cuts than others, but it's because we do not have enough supply. So if you're thinking about buying 2024, do it, buy it. I'm telling my clients, hey, if you can get in there and you can afford that payment and you need that house, buy the house. Buy the house. If you can afford it today, buy what you can afford today. Because if rates do come down, and they are projecting, rates potentially by the end of 2024 to be below 6 and the end of 2025 to be hopefully back in the mid 4s, then guess what's going to happen? There's going to be more demand and pricing will absolutely go up. Then you'll be right back to where you were, fighting people, paying $100, paying $200, paying $300,000 more than you should. And why wouldn't you want to buy it or get in at a more reasonable rate? There was somebody that said, and it's kind of been spread around on Instagram and social media, that for every 1 percentage point drop in rates, you get between 4 and 5 million more buyers entering the marketplace. Now, I cannot confirm nor deny that that is accurate, but I will say there will be more buyers. If you think there's competition at 6%, what's the competition going to look like at 5? What's the competition going to look like at 4.5? These are all real things to consider. And if you can, again, afford to purchase now, because there are sites like Zillow and other financial institutions that analyze the market, the U.S. housing market, and a lot of them are projecting that it's going to go up, in the single digits this next year. And based on the previous 10 years, where do you think rates, even if rates come down, where do you think pricing's going? Pricing is going up. Real estate, for all intents and purposes, outside of, big market corrections like the last bust that we saw in 06, 07, is not going down in value. It's not. There's just not enough housing out there. So if you're considering buying, go ahead and buy. There's plenty of lenders out there now that are offering a modification. If you go ahead and purchase now, and if rates come down in 12 or 24 months for usually a flat fee, instead of doing an actual refi, they will do a modify. It's something to consider. It's something to talk to your lender about, because obviously modifying the note, if you secure a note at 7.5%, and let's say rates dip 2% in the next 24 months, and you can refi not refi, modify at a 5.5% rate, your payment's going down significantly. I get a lot of people saying too in the comment sections of some of my videos and on social media, well, I'm waiting for a crash. I'm waiting for a crash. There's not going to be a crash. Outside of World War III, there's not going to be a crash. There's just not enough inventory. And these conditions that are on the ground right now in the real estate market, you know, obviously every market's a little different. It's not like it was the last go round, not even close. Look at the delinquencies that are out there. They are historically low. They're historically low. So you need something catastrophic to occur in the market. You need unemployment to go to 15, 20, 30%, or you need some kind of massive world event to occur, in my opinion, at this point, for there to be some sort of crash in housing. The other big thing that's happening that no one's talking about is with rates being where they are, and these big institutional investors like BlackRock and Vanguard and some of these other companies coming into the market to purchase single family homes, which at the end of the day, you know, you've heard the phrase, you will own nothing and like it. Well, I'll tell you what, once the rates basically come down and the market heats back up again, and these guys can see an opportunity or sense an opportunity that values are gonna go up again, they're right back in. Trust me, they're right back in because they have basically unlimited money, and they wanna participate in the upside that has always been around with residential. Plus, if you really wanna just get down to brass tacks, you look at the people that are out there, you look at the people with net worths of $1 million plus, I guarantee that 80% of them, 80+% of them have made their money and that net worth by owning some form of real estate. Whether they've owned commercial real estate, or they own residential real estate, or they own multifamily, it is literally the single fastest way to increase your net worth. So again, rates are high. I'm not saying they're not high, but if you're out there and you see an opportunity and you can add value to that opportunity, or you can find a seller that maybe is looking to move because of a distress type situation, a divorce, a job relocation, you need to act now. Don't wait. When you wait and rates come down, you're going to be paying more and you're going to be in a more competitive environment. And that's not great. You want to try to minimize competition, not maximize it. The other thing too, no one's talking about is, you know, if the market does go back up a few points next year, a few more the year before, and if rates really come down and it gets heated up again, well, don't you want to participate in that upside? The mainstream media, social media, your friends, your family, the naysayers, the people that are out there selling fear would love you to believe that the sky is falling, that real estate is at an all-time high, rates are too high, there's too much risk, and you know what? I mean, fortune favors the bold. And in this case, it's not that difficult. It's not that scary, especially if you need a place to live. And if you're looking at an investment, you're looking at making that first purchase or expanding your rental portfolio, and a property pencils or it gets doggone close to penciling, and you have the ability to buy it, buy it, buy it. Real estate, for all intents and purposes, is continue to go up in value, not down in value. So do not buy into the fear. Do not buy in to the mainstream narrative that, you know, it's a bad time to buy, because it's not a bad time to buy. Hell, I'm looking at buying multiple places right now. I'm running performas, you know, once a week on different properties all over the country. I think it's a fantastic. If you got the cash and you can get the loan, buy the property. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. If you're getting a nugget or two of information that helps you make better decisions as it relates to your future purchase of residential real estate, or getting back into real estate, or not letting mortgage rates scare you, because the mainstream media would really like to keep you living in fear. They've done a great job of it, haven't they, the last 4 or 5 years? Please think about subscribing. Hit the little bell icon at the bottom there. I'll let you know anytime I post a new video. We're going to try to push out, 2 to 3 pieces of good, solid, long form content every single week. Try to get a little bit of education back in it, my takes and kind of what I see happening in the market as a 19-year real estate broker here in, Oregon. So thanks again for tuning in. Everybody have a great